stream should be up and doing things. Yeah, it doesn't really matter yet, but like, it's up and doing things. The game will be up shortly. I just need to pull the stream VOD. Welcome to the beginner finals. The VOD isn't up yet, I'm gonna cry. I just wanted to, hold on, am I stupid? I might be stupid. I am stupid! We're completely fine. Okay, we're chilling, we're chilling, we're chilling. Okay. 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 I wanted to be here to stream this one because this one should be interesting. I hope. I almost forgot this was happening until I got reminded randomly by some random text in a random channel. Which I'm happy I got to see because otherwise I would have been stupid enough to miss it. Alright, let's check. I'm going to pull up this because I haven't had it up in a while. And yeah, it should be good. Well, yeah. Once like the actual game actually starts. Random junk. Okay. Hold up, I'm gonna end up like missing the game. I'm gonna miss the thing I came to stream. Okay, we're chilling. We're chilling, we're chilling, we're chilling. Oh god, it's Big Fish's internet being unfortunate. Bikefish is making sure his internet isn't like game-endingly bad, which I think is sensible. These are probably some of the most important games to these players that they've played in a while. It's not like the end of the world one way or the other, but I think they matter somewhat for these players, so we want them to actually have like, I don't know, a decent like game. Nothing too crazy. Yep. Oh my god. Is my desktop better than ugh. Hold on. Let me be a garbage streamer for a second and deal with garbage streaming. God, I'm so bad at this. Whatever. I'm not the one that people ask for, but I'm the one that the people get, so too bad. Unfortunate. Oh, I also need to like, oh my god. My quality must be like garbage right now. I have it like in the middle of nowhere. There we go. Hello. I hope that was like an instant mic quality improvement, and if it wasn't, that sucks. So, oh, we're doing the thing where we start the game. Epic. Openings should be pretty well understood by now. Yep, Bikefish ready for this. I know they both prepped a bit, so. I'll wait to handle some random junk quick until we're out of the opening. Typical opening. Towblorch, Bikefish seemingly not super ready for it. That was a cool audio effect. Content though. This feels... Huh. E5 is interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. Sensible response. Not sensible response. Oh god, what is this? What is Bikefish doing? This feels like an overcommitment. From not Bikefish. Bikefish is like somehow fine here. This feels like an overcommitment from towblorch to this weird horizontal thing. C3 feels unnecessary. Maybe E3 makes sense. If you're going to play for this now, though, you play C2. And then the capstone comes in, and then this white capstone is forced into like this really garbage looking position. But instead we get this. What am I looking at? A2. Oh god, what, What is about to happen? Some silliness is going on. No one has attack threat for 20 years. A3, oh god, we're getting into the juicy attack. The silly stuff. White doesn't really want to play for a vertical until they get like B5 or C6 or B6. Because C3 is like the pivot square. And they don't want to allow the E4 left in order to deal with they want to make E4 left like an actual problem. Black wants to move their capstone onto D4. That's like their goal in life. So, making it ugly is a good objective here. Yeah. Making it so you have to do it early is good. Unfortunately, it's just a very good move, so it doesn't really matter. And as per usual, the question is, now what? This capstone shuffle favors white, like, 20-fold. I have absolutely no idea how black is even going to attempt to deal with this. Not a clue. Like, not a singular clue. Thinking for a while. I think sensibly. I think a reasonable wait here. Shuffling noises. Forced to think for like the first time in this opening, which is funny because the entire opening has had a lot of places where you could think. Like here, for example, do you want to pivot to the horizontal or to the vertical? I think the horizontal ended up being better because it favors your capstone shuffle, but it's a very interesting idea. I would have played some like D1 and lost the game, or like E1 and lost the game. I don't like that wall. I'm gonna be honest. I am not a fan of that wall. How do you deal with it? Oh, F2? What is F2? Huh? No. F2 bad. F2 is like E1 but worse. What is the point of F2? Okay, this is, oh my god, okay. This is something I bring up all the time that, for some reason, no one else talks about ever. Well, not no one else. Some people talk about occasionally. Here in the position, E1 is just F2, but better, because it connects to D1. Unless, I guess you're trying to go for the vertical. I don't think the vertical is real. Unless you're trying to do whatever this is. Ew. Okay, see? Now, if you're trying to do this, sure. I guess I'm blind. I guess Bikefish just has completely different ideas and is throwing away the horizontal. Sure, fair enough. Good pivot. I don't know if I agree with the pivot, but fair, I guess. It's weird to me. I still prefer E1 because I still think it makes it so you can't play wall left because you end up with like E1, D1, D2 maybe. Though there's an argument to be made that like capstone down makes it so it's impossible to deal with properly. don't know. This is quirky. And towblorch thinks it's not quirky enough. Okay. Okay. What is the plan here? What are we doing? Okay, make a vertical threat. Be happy. Get your dopamine influx, and then what? What is the game plan after this? Because this black capstone is making its way to D3. And D3 is the pivot square right now. I mean, it is single-handedly the biggest pivot square on the board. It has this black vertical going through it. It has a helper for this white vertical going through it. It helps this white horizontal going through it. It helps this black horizontal going through it. It's the central square in the position, without a question. And maybe also C3 is a central square in the position, but I think it's less central. I think D3 is more pivotal in the position right now. So getting a capstone on D3 is like game winning, and you get it with tempo because you have a horizontal. And then something like capstone is going to come down, and then I'm just going to be content with playing for D4 or something and making some fake vertical. I mean, you can just be happy with this, I think. The capstone doesn't want to come down, but it kind of has to. This is the problem. I think Bikefish didn't remember that this is, like, a significant problem. Bikefish immediately remembering that this is, in fact, a significant problem. I'm not so sure about that one. I'm not so sure about that one. That is a curious capture if I have ever seen one. What? Get rid of my E2 square. In exchange, you get the throw of the year. Okay. That's odd. If you're gonna stop the vertical this way, I would honestly rather you play F2+. F2+ almost feels better than this. Because at least if the capstone throws to if the capstone tries to throw to F3, or more generally, the capstone throw to F3 is pinned because you leave a white on E3. So F3 is a better defended square. And it'll give you a potential threat in the future that you probably just have to wall right away. Ooh, wall here is bad. Because just D4 comes in its own time. Yeah, just D4 is in time here. Wait, is there Tinue with F4? Oh my god, it is. Oh my god, it is. Does he find it? Yup. I think that's the game. I think that's unironically the game. That's crazy. YOLO. I think that's YOLO of the year. Oh my god. The only common square in the two threats is E4. And you can't hit E4. Yeah, GG. That's crazy. That's Tinue. GG. Well played. Unfortunate. What a tinue. Bikefish showing that despite whatever this weird capture is, that it is in fact a problem. You just have to move the capstone onto E3 and be happy with the capstone on E4. Like, that's it. That's all you need to do. It's a beautiful capstone. It connects to a vertical threat. It connects to the horizontal threat. You get one of the two. It's great. It's a beautifully positioned piece. It blocks 90% of the threats. The only threat white would have left is like their own vertical, but it's like slow as heck. I don't know what to say. That's rough. GG. Where do people make bets? I don't have a way to make bets yet. Maybe I should. I'm a random offsite, like, random streamer. My fella, I don't actually, like... Is there a way to do that on YouTube? Might have to look into that. That would actually be very cute. Noted. I should add that onto, like, my list or something somewhere. Otherwise, I could have put in, like, a... Yeah. Realizes the game is over. Decides to end it themselves. GG. That's rough. Yeah, so it turns out that wall wasn't just bad, it was, like... very bad. Recapturing E3 is 100% the move there. Puppers or Savoy Dog, whatever you want me to call you, I don't know. Is there a way to do betting stuff on YouTube? Because I know there is on Twitch. I know that's like a common thing on Twitch. But I don't know if there's a thing for that on YouTube. Are they playing again already? Oh my god, they're playing the second game again already. Psychopaths. towblorch wants to prove that it was a fluke. You got the white pieces, you got to get whatever you want. Okay. Bikefish just playing lines, I think. Bikefish happy to play lines, I think. Yeah. Bikefish is content. He was doing this, like, capstone placement for a while. Ooh. Do you get gifted, like, CB4 if you're psychotic? Or do you play CT5 anyway? CE5 here is fine. CE5 is some junk that, like, some junk that Boris would play here. F5, if you want it, I guess. Yes! My goat! Okay. Homie is crazy with it, yeah. CE5 from white if you're a psychopath. Unfortunately, it's a garbage move, but... You know, it's a legal move in the game of TAC. Yeah, this is bad for white, I think. This is pretty awful. I think the only saving grace is some, like... I'm gonna be honest. The only saving grace I see in this position is D4 minus. And pray that they don't replace D4 and that you can get a capstone somewhere. Unironically. This position is that fried. F2 is completely unnecessary. But I mean, sure. Yeah, F2 is not good. D2 is better. But alright, sure. Well, I guess, okay, F2 might be required because you force some weird, like, capture or something. Yeah, sure. It allows you to make more captures to your capstone. Sorry. For anyone somewhat unaware, the goal of this capstone here is basically to make its way onto d4 or e5, make its way onto e4, and then it will have a connection to f4 while blocking most of the vertical and while making a horizontal, blocking most of the vertical, and being able to pivot somewhat to the horizontal, and it will be happy. That is its goal in life. It has no more objectives. That's it. It's not that deep. CC2 or something if you're a psychopath? Sure, I would consider it. Kinda bad though. You'd rather play b4 yourself first, as much as you don't really want to. Alright, CC2 is played. General idea on capstone C2 is it cuts off the black threat in a very convenient position for two reasons. One, the capstone on C2 can reach E3. It can also reach D3. And it's not in opposition with the white capstone, so you can still use it to make the vertical threat a bit nicer. It's generally just a convenient place to cut off the threat and, like, make your own. Unfortunately, it's not that useful right now. Yeah. I like trying to make this pivot, but I don't think it ever works. If you can get the capstone to go right first, it opens up d5 and whatnot in order to make the horizontal renewal a bit better. Yeah, okay. Agrees that getting rid of the e5 square is less important than the d4 square and just starts moseying their way on over. Is there some, like, B2, like, B2 here is kind of psychotic, isn't it? You. Is Bikefish the type of player to spot that? Oh, B4 instead. I like it. Okay, I see you. Yeah, that's cute. Yeah. Me gusta. Maybe if you're gonna do b4, then a3 first, but yeah. Well, no, because then the capstone comes in and it's annoying as heck. Sure. We've built a house. A bowl with a little top. Dang, black has like all of the strong shapes. White has like this Z shape and this like hook, but that's it. White has like this magical cross in the middle, and this like hook up here, and this like hook over here, and this like bowl. Like they have this beautiful center. Yeah, this is the problem. Oh, I didn't even notice this, but yeah, white just like has a, like, okay. Yeah, this definitely feels slow. I do think A3 was required, but this is fine. Sure, whatever. This is why I wanted B2, is I think the B2A2 is more useful than this. Oh, no. C2 plus. Oh, it's tragic. Oh, it's tragic. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, it's a horror. Oh, it's a horror. Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. That sucks. Yeah, Bikefish has a really strong central position and has everything defended. Unfortunately, white just like pivoted it into a third threat. This is something I've started talking about more, is that there's always a third threat on the board. For example, white has two very obvious threats here. White has this vertical building on the right side of the board, and this horizontal building through the middle of the board. But they used their horizontal to, instead of building it through the 4th rank, they started building a horizontal through the 5th rank. And I consider that a new threat because you're putting 4 more pieces into it, basically, right? So, like, you build a new threat. And Bikefish, in the meantime, has not built any strong enough threat to deal with it. Right? Like, white got the first tack threat despite being defended on all fronts. Debating if, yeah. I was gonna say, he's debating right now if he wants to play this c5 right. It feels so bad, though. Like, it feels so awful to play. Because just e6. Just e6 comes. And what do? e6 comes. d6 comes right after. It's tragic, yeah. Black is kind of completely lost, I think, now. I mean, that means that black was, like, completely lost as soon as they allowed this. This response is also just utterly awful, though, unfortunately. Yeah, this doesn't work, just d6. Well, maybe. There's a world where you play d6, and then c6, and then look for c6 right. And you're, like, barely in time. But it doesn't actually work. Like, it's not actually good. Oh, wait, you can't just do d6. Amazingly, black has, like, 3 threats here. This is actually annoying. So I guess if d6, then just a3? Is there a world where you play d2 and throw the capstone to e3 here? I think that might be the best move on the board. Is playing some, like, d2 and then throwing to e3. Hi, Boris. Was wondering when you'd get here. Okay. Deals with the problem. Yeah. This position is rough. A bit rough. The horizontal is a horror. The vertical is somehow more of a horror. C5 is coming. If you don't deal with it adequately, C5 is coming, and you're getting absolutely fried. Maybe there's some out to c5? This is interesting. I still think just c5. Yeah, agrees with me. I do like e3 plus because you're admitting that this black capstone isn't going anywhere. The black capstone is stuck here for basically eternity. Like, it's not moving. So you may as well just block out the white capstone. At the very least, the white capstone is blocked out of the game. Yep. Cuts it off. B6. Yeah. The position definitely feels fried, though. B4 first. What? Yeah, I'm agreeing with Boris on this one. Just wall the rat. Be done with it. Claim there's too many liabilities. Homie has made 6 flat on flat captures. Just start walling them. Yup. End laugh. Wall A4 may be better. Well, no. This is cute. Okay. Claim it's dead. Play for this garbage. You all have also walled your own. You have walled your own threat, unfortunately. You. Yeah, this position is quirked up. Okay. Just C2. Yeah, this is a curious way of doing this. Yeah, unfortunately, this is mid. Okay. I'm yapping too much without actually talking. I'm sorry, chat. Okay. Is there a world where you can smash B4 right now? Oh, epic. Yeah, the problem is, what do you do about this? Okay. What are we doing? Okay. This is getting a little out of hand. What is this? D3? What in tarnation is this? CD3. Okay, this is a bit of a tragedy, I will admit. Yeah, f6 minus I like. Just d1 played. c2 plus I think is the response, but I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. b3 useful square here. Huh? This is tragic. Okay, well, towblorch spot it. There is a road on the board. There it is. Okay, we're going to blitz. What is this? Why'd you have to make me wait so long? What a tragic end to the game. Yada yada yada. Whatever this was. Yeah. That sucks. They're probably figuring out how to do blitz right now. I actually don't know how to do blitz. I hated that game. Okay, what are the rules for blitz? I actually don't know. Tournament details. Let's go look at this junk. You should go check game 1, Boris, or anyone who's in now that was not here before. Okay, tournament structure. Yada 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 yada. If there remains a tie in a head-to-head result, well, this is round robin stage. Tie breaks for the single elimination stage will be blitz matches as outlined above. 2-game blitz matches of 3+5 on a size 6 board with alternating starting colors until a winner is decided. Let me send a screenshot of this. This is gonna be fun. Maybe. Or it's gonna be tragic. The first game was quirky, you know? Goofy game. That Tinue is also disgusting. Yeah, the threat of momentum was the problem, not actual momentum. Are we in Blitz? No. Yippee! Okay. We're good. Towblorch out here hangry. I get pinged again. UK. What do you mean it's not bad? Just capstone over. Can the capstone not just make its way onto E3 and be happy with life? And just defend everything? Okay, Boris, how is E2 plus not bad in that position? I mean, it blocks the threat, it's convenient, but like... What? Nope. Yeah, I got scared for a second because I got a message about fines on my car. And then I remembered that it's just AI generated junk. I don't have to care. Oh. Oh, the wall, yeah. If there wasn't Tinue, it was like fine. I still think just Capstone over was better, but like, sure. The general idea of the wall was like fine. Alright. Well, homies are feeding themselves. I'm going to take a quick break. In the meantime, enjoy... Oh, there's nothing on. Yeah, that sucks. Enjoy a view of whatever this background junk is. But have fun. BRB. Boris, you can talk to the stream in the chat randomly for a bit, I guess. I return with, I don't know, silliness or something. Sick. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize tiebreaker blitz is like standard. Alright. We'll be getting into the game in, I don't know, eventually or some junk. Alright. Boris will inevitably yell at me once the game has started, so I don't have to think. Woohoo! Whoopee! Yippee-ki-yay! Oh, and they're gonna start like right away too. Okay, I'm in time. Praise be. Also, Boris, is the clicking and clacking too loud, or is it fine? Ooh. towblorch doing the meat. Huh? Okay. Psychopath. E2 here? Aw. E2 is actually a goated move there. What is this? Huh? Huh? Oh. CB1. They're listening to the stream. Kind of is. Do you just do F2, F5 here? No, you need F2 here. You need F2. Or like CF2 is coming or some garbage. Oh, we're doing it this way. You need F2 though. F2 is so useful. I don't know why F2 isn't being played, but it's fine, I guess. This is almost... This looks like some Argbot 5's game. What am I looking at? Yeah, I don't get why F2 wasn't played ever, but, you know, sure. Well, I guess that requires, like, thinking or whatever. Ooh, tragic. F2. Laugh. Haha hee hee. No! Why are we capstone shuffling when we could just place? No! Yeah, D4, 100%. No! C1. Throw to E2, actually kind of juicy, yeah. But just F2 plus. Is there throw to... No, you can't throw to F2. Because then you're going to cry. Agreed. F2 plus. Yeah, have to take this D2 stack back. E1 right. Yes, that's because towblorch is already winning. This is rough. Whoa. Oh god. Oh no. And they're gonna do some D2 right, and then it's gonna be E1 right. Oh god. Oh dear god. Oh no. Yeah, this is the problem. It does not matter. Unfortunate. Oh god, what's... Oh dear heavens. What am I looking at? Just 2e2 plus. Oh god. Wait! e4 minus! Oh, goated move. e4 minus. e4 minus goat. Dreamy. Or do you have like some like se2 here? Is se2 like fine? Or just e2? I wonder if e2 is like winning here. Thank you so much, Zeekset. E2, goated. Yeah. E2, look for e4 Ooh. Just e2 plus, I think? Do you just e2 plus and be happy, or do you have to e4 minus anyway? I mean, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get jailed. Huh? Okay. I guess you have like 4 e2 plus, but it's not that good. Yeah, actually kind of goated. Make black jail their own capstone. 4 e2 plus. 4 e2... Oh. Really? Why are we doing it with 3 e2 plus instead of 4 e2 plus? Is 4 e2 plus not just infinitely better? No, a3 garbage. No, you can't get jailed here. Why are we letting ourselves get jailed? Huh? You're getting jailed for this. Ooh, no. This is no buena. This is no buena nada. No. Just throw to b3. Throw to b3. Be happy. Habibi. How do you do anything here, though, as black, other than, like, spread up randomly? Huh? You. What is this? I like it, but it's hilarious. What? Huh? Can we get a d4? I agree, Boris. Just d4. Just, please. Please, dear God. Oh God. This is the quirkiest blitz game I've ever seen. How did we get this? How did black have infinite stacks with the best lineups on the planet and not use them to do anything? Like, why did black not just throw the stack up to f5? To be honest. Just cash out. Call it a day. A2. What are we doing about this? Throwing the captain. GG. Good game, buh. Anyway, moving on. Next one. Unfortunate. What a quirked up game. What did I just watch? Now that is some beginner blitz. Oh God. Me when I A2, how are we dealing with this? I guess we lose. GG. Alright, there's another one. It's okay, there's more. Lines again. Willingly opting into lines again. Alrighty. Although this time with Bikefish is white. Bikefish asking towblorch how to deal with the opening that, like... Huh? Isn't this, like, bad? Isn't this, like, awful? Huh? What is D5? CB2? Oh. Well, this is rough. Why do you need E1 now? Can't you play E1 like... Oh, I guess not actually. Huh? Do you just play E1 here? Yeah, I think you just play E1 and be happy. What did I just watch? What is this? CE2? Ow! Oh, it's disgusting and objectively awful. It's objectively so bad. But it's so fine. Why cap down when you can wall up? Bikefish definitely better with time here. C1 plus? Oh. Oh. Oh no. Ruh-roh. A2 right, I guess? Haha, hee we laugh about it. Oh no! Wait, this is goated! Cause now there's E2 left! Oh, praise be, what a save. Throw to where? D2? Agreed, actually, yeah. Kind of necessary. Oh, GG. And the game is over. And it doesn't matter. The game is complete. There's nothing to be seen here. Bikefish contemplating. How is he going to lose for taking the free stack? He doesn't. GG. Is there 5D2 left? Oh, just Tenue. Never mind. GG. Game over. Yeah. End of game. Okay. And Bikefish wins. Yippee! Wahoo! Yippee-ki-yay! That was rough. That was... Okay. Good stuff to Bikefish. Jeebs. That was... Like I said, why would you capstone up? Why would you capstone down when you could wall up? Obviously. Unfortunate. That was rough. Yeah, the game was completely over, I fear. I somehow almost missed that maiden too. Bikefish good at finding these random, like, 3-plies. Not really much to be said here. 2 Blitz games that happened, 2 Quirked Up Beginner games that happened. If you want to figure out the analysis, I don't know, go analyze them or something. They're available on the score lists and like you'll find them somewhere in the database. Other than that, yeah. Tarinku, no, I have not figured out if there's betting yet. I was not dealing with that in the middle of the stream, but I can later. Because I do think it would be funny. Even if it's just like a voting, like a poll. I think a poll would be good at least. I don't know if there's any way to bet anything, but I can at least make a poll somehow, surely. D1 plus blundered. Was D1 just Tinue straight up? D1 is the only Tinue I can see. Or is there B2 minus, like, already? No. Oh, B2 minus early is kind of disgusting. Although I don't know if it works. C1 left? Oh, E2 right. Yeah, 5D2 left is the line I was looking at. 5D2 left, 5C2 left. I was looking at C1 left or something absurd, but that doesn't work. B2 minus doesn't really work. Yeah. Just smash, and it was just non-tack Tinue, and there's nothing you can do. Unfortunate. Jooba. Yeah, as soon as you get the Giga Stack, the game looks completely over, right? Like, what are you gonna do about this? Like, it's just lost. Uh, 100%. Yes. Unfortunately, I don't think it matters. Because the game is over. I think you just play 5D2 right anyway, D1 or something. Maybe not 5D2 right, but like 4D2 right maybe. 4D2 right is kind of gross. Well, no, you have to do 5D2 right. 5D2 right. Capstone left. Or B1 right if you're a psychopath, but I don't think that works ever. SA2 5D2 minus. Oh yeah, GG. I wouldn't have spotted that. I would have just spotted some like 5D2 left or something. $5D2 left also eventually gives you a Tinue. It just takes longer. Yes, the stack is literally like, it's in the best position on the planet too. Anyway. Who will win, how many games, etc. Oh, yeah. For betting. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the stream because it's been a hot minute. We're just yapping at this point about Tinue junk with this Giga stack that was gifted. Alright, GG's. And off to whatever's happening next time.